Okay, so let's talk about the landscape of Italy. It is one of the reasons why I love this country so much. You have all the diversity you could possibly ask for. So let's start with the Alps. This picture you see on the left, this is my husband and I. We had planned, so we flew in on this particular trip. This was about 8 years ago. We flew into Germany, spent some time there, and then we decided to take a road trip all the way down to Rome, mainly because I wanted to film some video footage for you all over Rome. And so that was a 10-hour car ride from Germany all the way down to Rome. And one of the things we were looking forward to is driving through the Alps. And I don't know if you can see in the picture, but it's really curvy roads that go around these humongous mountain ranges, and you're driving through tunnels that go for 10-minute stretches of time because you're just deep into these mountains. We had stopped and stayed in Switzerland on our way, but when we were hoping to take this pass through a glacier, and all of a sudden this really terrible storm rolled in. Right before that storm rolled in, we stopped to get out of the car and take a picture, and that's the last little bit of time we were smiling for a while because it was treacherous roads, it was sleeting, and this was in July, but this is up in the border of Switzerland. So it ended up taking us way longer to get out of the traffic than we anticipated. But we did get to spend some time in the Alps, and that was pretty awesome. So those mountain ranges are huge. As you come in through northern Italy, we stayed in a gorgeous place called Lake Como, Italy, in a town called Bellagio. It's this huge, huge lake fed by glaciers, so it's really beautiful, crystal clear, and you can see the Alps right there in northern Italy. As you make your way down the coast, you'll see countryside that looks like this, rolling hills covered with vineyards, with grapes and farmland. The western coast of Italy, we did on one of our trips, took a cruise along the coastline, and there's an island called Capri, which a lot of celebrities like to stay at. It's really beautiful. I think that's where this picture came from. But you'll see even like cactus plants and tropical plants, and then if you want to go to Rome, there is a beach coastal town outside of Rome, and then this is a picture inside, right actually outside the Colosseum. Notice these trees. I'm going to refer to those at different times throughout the year. I've never seen trees that look like this anywhere except in Italy, specifically in Rome. I call them broccoli trees because they, to me, look just like broccoli. So remember the broccoli trees. Okay, do you remember the mutant lemons I told you about earlier? Here's proof. Okay, this was a town named in Sorrento, not too far away from Mount Vesuvius. Lemons are a very popular citrus fruit in Italy, but these lemons were not kidding you, like the size of footballs. They are mutants. I think they're actually a variety that's not even technically a lemon, but still, it's a gigantic lemon, okay? So point being, citrus fruits grow really well in Italy, and that's one thing that we are going to list under our resources. So make sure on your notes that you have grain, citrus fruit, grapes, and olives are all resources that grew in a plentiful supply in Rome and across Italy because the climate was so great there. Unlike whereas in Greece, they could really grow grapes and olives, but they didn't have enough fertile plains to grow things like grain or citrus fruit. So to me, Italy is a better place for a civilization than Greece because of that. So, and Italy, of course, is known for their wine. They are also known for their lemons and a lemon liqueur they call limoncello, and they make lemon sherbet and lemony everything. It's awesome. And then the climate, there are warm, dry summers, mild, rainy winters, and the mild climate is really good for growing those crops. I've only ever been to Italy in the summertime, warm and dry, actually super hot in Rome, and I don't ever recall it raining on me there. And also I think I've told you this before, but in Europe, air conditioning can be hard to find. So if you're going to make a trip to Rome, keep in mind you might be a little hot in the summertime. This is a picture of a map, like it's going to look like what you're going to make tomorrow. And remember, when you talk about the climate, it's always written as a sentence below your map. The legend over here is where you will have your landscape and resources, and that map you'll be doing tomorrow. Make sure you have all their blanks filled in before moving on to the next slide. Okay, on this slide, I'll go ahead and read it for you. I want you, as you're listening to me read, I want you to bullet point notes in the box that says natural advantages of Rome. The text says, several factors in Rome's geography helped the city grow and prosper. The city's hills gave the Romans a natural defense against attack. Because Rome was located on the Tiber River, it had access to a nearby port. Although the river was shallow, small boats could pass from the city out to the sea. However, the river was too fast and dangerous for large boats, so seagoing ships could not attack Rome. Rome was also located on key trade routes. The Tiber River was a natural east-west trade route. In addition, several north-south trade routes crossed the Tiber just south of Rome. So, some bonuses. It talks about the city's hills give them natural attack. The hills attack protection from enemies. Also, the Tiber River, access to a nearby port, but also was shallow enough that huge boats couldn't come in and invade, but yet shallow enough that that you could actually get out and go to sea. So it was a bonus for this awesome location. Make sure you have your bullet points before moving on to the next slide. Let's take a look and see how you did. So here's a note check for you. In review, the city's hills provided natural defense against attack. The Tiber River provided access to a port, and the river was too fast and shallow for warships, so that kept out invaders. And it was a key spot on the trade routes. All right, proof that I'm not crazy and lying about these giant lemons. The Amalfi Coast and the lemon tree farming and tourism is a huge thing, so you're going to take a minute and stop and watch this video as proof.